For the average human conscript in the 41st millennium, warfare is a muddy, hopeless meat grinder, with millions dying daily in endless wars of attrition just to hold a single trench line. Meanwhile, the Emperor's personal guard, the Adeptus Custodes, have been entirely absent from these front lines. They are 9-foot tall, golden-armored demigods who haven't stepped foot in the wider galaxy for over 10,000 years. They were confined to the Sol system by a strict legal decree known as the Edict of Restraint. Bound to the imperial palace, they wore heavy black cloaks over their armor, serving out a 10-millennia sentence of mourning for their failure to protect the emperor during the Horus Heresy. While the Imperium burned, the deadliest fighters in human history sat idle. They became a self-imprisoned myth, watching the galaxy crumble from behind unbreakable walls. This diagram charts the Cicatrix Maledictum, a massive tear in reality splitting the Milky Way following Cadia's fall. The resulting shockwave extinguished the Astronocon's vital navigational beacon. In that darkness, cornate demons manifested directly on Terra. This sparked the Battle of Lion's Gate. For the first time in recorded history, an enemy force launched a massive decapitation strike against the very steps of the Imperial Palace. The Custodes repelled the invasion alongside newly arrived reinforcements, but the casualty count was staggering. The Dark Gods had proven they didn't need to siege the outer defenses. They could simply tear a hole in reality and bypass the physical walls of the Imperial Palace entirely. A purely static defense was now a suicide pact. If the Custodes simply waited for the next physical breach, Terra would eventually fall. Enter Roboute Guilliman. The resurrected Primarch, a genetic son of the Emperor, urgently needed to consolidate military authority over an empire that was fracturing under the weight of the Great Rift. He found a willing ally in Captain General Trajann Valoris, the leader of the Custodes. Valoris was a brutal pragmatist who recognized that securing the Golden Throne required neutralizing threats long before they reached the Sol system. Together, Guilliman and Valoris formally dissolved the Edict of Restraint. After 10,000 years, the 10,000 were legally free to leave Terra. This vector schematic tracks their new operational doctrine, proactive defense in depth. The Custodes began treating the entire galaxy as the outer perimeter of the Imperial Palace. This legal and strategic transmutation transitioned the Custodes into an offensive force, moving their primary theater of war from the palace gates to the edge of the Great Rift. Their first major deployment came in the form of torchbearer task forces. These specialized fleets were dispatched to deliver the genetic blueprints for the new, highly advanced Primaris Space Marines to existing chapters scattered across the stars. This was a highly volatile mission. Many deeply traditional Space Marine chapters viewed the Primaris technology with intense suspicion, treating any modification of the Emperor's original genetic design as heresy. To guarantee compliance, Guilliman attached the Emissaries Imperatus, a specific division of the Custodes, to these fleets. As the personal guard of the Master of Mankind, they possessed the absolute authority of the Emperor's own voice. The Custodians did not negotiate. When a torchbearer fleet arrived, they presented the Primaris upgrades as a divine gift. Refusal was not met with debate. It was treated as immediate treason, punishable by summary execution. Under this aggressive new mandate, the Custodes deployed to command. They used their status to force a dying, stubborn Imperium into total military compliance. Beyond political enforcement, massive custodian armies, known as Shield Hosts, marched directly into the galaxy's most brutal, mud-choked war zones. They bypassed standard dropship landings, utilizing highly advanced arrays to teleport their heaviest armor and mechanized dreadnoughts directly into the heart of the enemy lines. Unlike the squad-based tactics of Space Marines, the Custodes fight as lone, peerless lions. Each warrior analyzes the chaotic battlefield individually, breaking enemy formations with bespoke armor and devastating sweeping strikes of their guardian spears. For the standard Imperial Guardsmen holding those breaking lines, it is a surreal experience. The golden warriors they prayed to in sermons suddenly descend from myth, ripping through the physical space right in front of them. This targeted shock-and-awe tactic instantly stabilizes collapsing fronts. The 10,000 apply overwhelming precision slaughter to decapitate enemy leadership, then the wand to the next threat. As they pushed out into the stars, the Custodes discarded the black cloaks worn since the Horus Heresy, taking up the crimson cloaks of old. Their primary concern remains the Emperor's physical safety, not the citizens of his realm. If a military objective secures Terra at the cost of an allied world, they will prioritize the throne world every time. The 10,000-year mourning period has concluded. The 10,000 now operate as a mobile military agency, utilizing the specific strategies they perfected in isolation to hold the galaxy's most dangerous fronts.